Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we're diving together into Open Great League with a fantastic team. I believe that we have two tanky options like the Metal Trash Can and the one-legged whatever fighter that is, but still Shadow Zapdos will steal all that spotlight. So you have already seen that we're getting nuked by that Shadow Blaster, but we basically do not care at all. We still managed to catch the move on our Medicham, which is looking pretty good at this point, and of course Psychic will be our main way to go. I believe that we are not gonna be able to finish off this Pokemon very easily, but still all we have to do here is to bring them at a point that we can overfarm up to 100 HP, then throw the Drill Peck, farm the remaining energy and get out of here with the upper hand on energy, of course, as their third Pokemon is gonna be the Trevenant. So guess what trainers, absolutely one-shotting down that Pokemon. They still have two shields and the Charizard, but they're taking super effective damage from our Thunder Shocks while we take almost no damage at all from their wing attacks. Another Drill Peck is imminent, but first we have to respect the damage from those Dragon Claws. All I want to do here is to reach to back-to-back Drill Pecks and then throw them so that I can minimize my chances of getting them able to catch any of my moves. So with that said, now Charizard is out of the way, their third Pokemon as well, we don't even care about it, and we can take that first victory to start off the video. Into the next battle now, and we're having Galarian Stunfisk up in front. This Pokemon is another big troublemaker for our team, because not only our only check to this Pokemon is at the back, it can also finish off with this both our Registeel and of course Zapdos if they want to. So right here we're just gonna get to the Focus Blast, which they are gonna take, but of course they have the perfect alignment now chosen by them. So Earthquake now about 50% of total damage to my Pokemon, but at the back they have the Double Grass, and of course we're gonna have the upper hand with Shadow Zapdos. So this Pokemon is absolutely a menace in Open Great League. I believe that with proper alignment you're gonna see that Shadow Zapdos can have the upper hand over your opponents, and of course as you can see here another Drill Peck is imminent, one-shotting down all those grass type Pokemon, and of course we need to respect even the damage from a Seed Bomb, because Shadow Zapdos is so glassy, and even if you do not have very good IVs on that Pokemon, the damage is still guaranteed, so feel free to use it towards your advantage. Medicham now up in front, and this is obviously a very bad one as well for us. So we're having a Charizard, we're having a Medicham here. We do not stand a chance even against the Galarian Stunfisk, but still this team can provide total coverage against pretty much anything in the meta. So now, Sandslash, I was about to say Sandslash, come on Ganeto. So now Ninetales from Alola with Shadow is just gonna do a lot of work up against my Medicham, but not before we reach to a final desperate move, and we still manage to get their both shields out of game. So all we have to do here is to go all in with two shields up against whatever they have at the back, and of course Shadow Zapdos is the ideal candidate for that. So right now we still have to reach to that Focus Blast, but I will undercharge it so that I can get to that extra farm down with those low cones. I'm pretty proud about this team strategy, because right now we can go in with Shadow Zapdos, but at the back they have this Lantern. So Lantern is obviously a very hard check for my Zapdos, but still we can two-shot it down with one of these moves being a Thunderbolt and the other being the Drill Peck. So right here we are just gonna overfarm a lot. I believe this is a CMP at this point, and of course the final Drill Peck will finish off this Lantern. Another Drill Peck is imminent, this time for the Medicham, but they can still hold on. To my surprise, I cannot reach to an extra one, and this is not looking that great. I'm expecting a nice punch at this point, but they managed to get to that power punch, which will give them the ultimate edge to finish me off. So that was a very well executed plan by my opponent, and obviously they had the upper hand with that power punch over Psychic and Ice Punch on their moveset. Sometimes that little switch can absolutely bring you some cool wins. Well played to them, and now let's move forward into the next one as they're catching one Zap Cannon to their Lantern. You know what? This is absolutely fine. After I charge up back to another Nuke, I'm just gonna switch out to my Medicham, because I know I can still farm down after that first debuff kinda with ease. Down goes the Lantern, let's see how they want to respond, and they will bring into the fight that amazing Venusaur. So whatever remains at the back might be still weak to my fighter over here, and we need to respect all the damage that those Fresh Plants are gonna be doing on my Pokemon. So another one is coming off. By blocking here, we can still guarantee that not only we can throw one Ice Punch, but perhaps another one and still grab that final shield out of play. So let's see how they want to respond here, because Venusaur is gonna get taken away from our side, and of course those counters are still gonna shred apart that poor Sandslash. So at this point they're gonna reach the Drill Run, but hopefully here Zapdos doesn't care at all, and we can still farm down with the remaining Thunder Shocks. A simple Ice Punch could have done the trick there for them, but of course Zapdos doesn't care. Even Thunder Shock threats a lot, even those steel types. Pelipper now is looking kinda good for our team because of Zap Cannon from Registeel, and of course all the electricity that the Shadow Master Pokemon is gonna unfold. But of course they managed to draw out our flyer with their fighter, which is not looking that great right now. So by blocking the Psychic, this is looking pretty promising. I should have imagined at this point that they do not have Ice Punch. Instead I'm gonna throw here the Drill Peck for massive damage, and I should have let that move go through, but I guess I did not want to risk it at all at this point. So of course we're down on shields now, and we might be in a pickle because that Pelipper is coming in, but of course they need to respect the damage even from those Drill Pecks. Hopefully that was on CMP, and unhopefully that was on CMP as well, because I cannot switch out right now. Instead I'm gonna throw in there my Metal Trash Can, and of course the Weather Ball will do a lot of damage. I was expecting them to stay in, to be fair, but still they managed to catch one move on the Ampharos, and this battle is going from bad to worse. So as you can see here, we're just gonna keep going with the farm down, but not before we get destroyed down by their brutal swings. Of course we can survive, but still they have put us at a point that one Weather Ball might actually do the trick. So Psychic now is coming off, and on the CMP we're gonna press that Ice Punch, but they were counting the moves, and of course they will win that CMP. Unfortunately for us, we cannot farm down right on time, and we have made some crucial mistakes that let our opponent take advantage of them and of course win with ease. Into the next one now, and we're having that Sandslash that I was talking before about. Yeah, this one with Shadow from Alola. So this Pokemon is pretty bad news for my team as well. My only hard check to this one is gonna be Medicham, and obviously they are gonna block my moves. So because I knew they were gonna block, I'm just gonna throw here the Zap Cannon, and right after the Focus Blast, but of course they managed to catch to the Hypno. So Hypno here might have the upper hand, but of course we stand kinda good right now with our Zapdos. I know that they need 3 more Confusions to reach the next Ice Punch, and in doing so we managed to get there to the Thunderbolt first. So they are gonna take it, down goes Hypno, and Sandslash will return into the battle. All I want to do here is to nuke down this Pokemon with a simple Thunderbolt. Can they take the move, trainers? Yes they can, down they go. Now Umbreon returns, and of course we're just gonna try to catch the move on that amazing Registeel. So as you can see here, we can absolutely do the work with our Pokemon, and now we can reach to the Thunderbolt. I'm not gonna reveal Medicham yet because this is a Shadow Zapdos video after all, and we're having a ton of fun. These battles are must watch, and that's mainly because of Zapdos dealing so much damage in the meta of Open Great League. So now Last Resort is gonna do a fairly good amount of damage, but to be fair I was just countering them down since they are gonna leave this battle soon, but as it seems they want to stay in and go for the long term, but absolutely I'm gonna bring them to no HP eventually with that final Ice Punch. Into the final one now, trainers, and we're having Sableye up in front. This Pokemon is pretty bad for my Medicham, but not so much for Registeel, because we can still survive the moves while we can apply a lot of pressure with a Zap Cannon. So here it comes now with a nuke. Are they gonna take it? No, they will respect the damage from the first one, but unfortunately for us we cannot apply the debuff. I'm not that happy to commit another shield at this point, so I'm just gonna stay in here with my metal trash can and see how this goes, because we can apply the debuff right now and bring them at a point that this HP can be farmable with either one of my Pokemon. Of course, I want that extra energy on my Shadow Zapdos, and at the back they have a Talonflame. Are you kidding me at this point? So the Drill Peck is coming off, they will fall for the bait, and right after we can shield whatever they throw and still go for the overfarm. The good thing with Incinerate is that we can always manipulate it towards our advantage so that we can get the maximum amount of energy before we do anything weird. And right now we can still reach to the Drill Peck, not the Thunderbolt unfortunately for the Dugong. As soon as they see our Medicham, they back off, so we're gonna take this final victory for this video. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. I hope you enjoyed today's content, and if you did, show it with your appreciation by liking this content, and of course subscribe to the channel if you are new to my stuff. So with that said, I have 2 videos for you to check out. Feel free to check them out, and I will see you all into the next one.